Kim and Ryan, thank you so much for inviting all of us to the ranch. This isn't just a wedding, it is an entire experience.
I still remember the phone call I got from Kim that went something like this. Met a guy at Starbucks. He was so kind and handsome. Should have connected more, but didn't. Looked him up and found him. We've connected and we're going on a date. The conversations that followed that first official date were ones unlike any other conversations Kim and I had had before. She was glowing, giddy, and suddenly sounded like someone who had rediscovered the spark of being a teenager in love.
When she started dating him, we knew Kim had this extra sparkle to her and a little zip in her step. I couldn't be happier because I have never seen my daughter this happy in her life.
Kim, you have captured Ryan's heart and his soul. Love him as we always have. We adore you and all your beautiful family.
Ryan, I can assure you, I've never seen someone committed to marriage as much as Kimberly. She's lived for the day that she'll have tomorrow. On behalf of Kimberly and Ryan, they welcome all of you to the Cataloochee Ranch here in Maggie Valley, North Carolina, a place that they've selected special for this day. We're gathered here today before friends, family, and above all else, God, to witness the holy matrimony of Kimberly Williams Height and Ryan Lee Brand.
Kim, it was 4 years ago that I found out that I was in love, and I don't know what else to say besides, Lord, thank you for that Starbucks in Biltmore Village. It wasn't the place I thought I was going to meet my person, but somehow an ordinary day where I sat down to work turned into the beginning of the rest of my life. Kim, you are beautiful, proud, fiercely independent, and yet you carry a calm and kindness that feels like home. You and the kids have changed the way I see the world and the way I see myself. As we start this next chapter surrounded by these mountains and people we love, I vow to never take this life or this love for granted. Kim, you really are the joy of my life and my favorite part of every day, and I cannot wait to spend the rest of them loving you and our 3 kiddos. I am deeply in love with you, and as it turns out, I've got you in the end. I wish I had you from the start, though.
Ryan, the moment I laid eyes on you at that infamous Starbucks, I had a tremendous energy pull towards you. Our unconventional, non-traditional love story started there. On our first date 4 years ago, I experienced a feeling I've never felt before. I felt like we connected deep in our souls together. The conversation flowed like water, and it was a magical night. 4 hours later, same date, I remember texting Mom and Lynn, telling them that I just met the man I'm gonna marry. The last 7 years, you have shown up for me, not only for me, but the kids too. You promised me several years ago that you were fully committed to the kids and I. Through years of trust and commitment, that promise has turned into my reality.
I promise to honor your strength, to protect your peace, and cherish our partnership. I promise to choose you every day, in the small ways and the big ones, to laugh with you when life feels easy, and to hold you close when it doesn't. To my stepchildren, I promise to show up with patience, humor, and heart, to listen, to cheer you on, and to be a steady presence you can always count on.
I love you and cherish you, and what we have more than you will ever know. And I can't wait to hold your hand and have foot snuggles with you the rest of my life. Thank you for making my dreams come true.
We thank God for bringing Kimberly and Ryan together and for blessing them now and forever. Now by the power vested in me, I pronounce you Mr. and Mrs. Ryan Brandt, husband and wife. Ryan, you may kiss your bride.
Welcome everyone here tonight. Thank you for coming. Kim, you are an amazing person. You're beautiful, you're loyal, you're kind. You have an amazing family. And I'm so thankful that we're here in this room tonight celebrating this occasion.
Ryan, you came into this family with a tremendous amount of patience and grace. We are so grateful for the way you love her and how you have connected with Rylan, Piper, and Case. You clearly make our sister very happy, and honestly, she lights up in a way that I don't think any of us have ever seen.
Ryan, thank you for meeting Kim right where she is, with warmth, steadiness, and love that honors who she's always been. You've made her laugh again, protected her, and given her the kind of love that lights her up from the inside out. May your adventures together be every bit as joyful, hilarious, and full of heart as the ones that have brought us all here tonight.
If you know Ryan is one of the most analytical, data-driven people I've ever met. I would say Ryan's actually a bit of a craftsman. I think a lot of that has to do with his attention to detail and his eye for the way things should look and feel. But none of those traits actually make him unique and special in my mind. The thing that makes Ryan so special to me is courage. Ryan has the courage to open up and show his vulnerability, and that vulnerability has led to our connection, and it's made us really strong over the years. Kim, when I first met you, I was totally blown away. It's very clear that you're absolutely beautiful, you carry yourself well, you articulate well. But the thing that stood out to me was you have this inner strength about you. So I encourage you guys to lean on each other, open up to each other. Ryan has taught that's the best way to connect.
Ryan was my best man, and he gave a quote. To Ryan and Kim, I give the same advice to you. Love isn't defined by gift giving, and it's not transactional in nature. Love is transcendent. It transcends language and material possessions and can only be shown through our thoughts, actions, and intentions. Love is our bottomless empathy, born out of our heart's revelation that another person is every bit as real as you are. To love a specific person and to identify with his or her struggles and joys as if they were your own, you must surrender yourself. I love you both and wish you a lifetime of happiness. You got each other in the end.